Alright, so we're finally back and working on the 60s go-kart. So the first part of this restoration is going to be painting up the frame and stuff. So like the overall color scheme, we're going to try to go back to like a full restoration. So in order to do that, we're just going to paint the frame black, and we're also going to do kind of like a golf style thing, but with red and blue. But instead of like a darker blue, we're going to go with a little more of a golf style blue, like the old STP cars. And then we're going to have gold rims. It's going to look really good. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to like take the engine off and then take off this body. And also we're using the 212 just for now because we're having issues with that Raptor racing motor. I don't know if we'll use it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But for now this will do, and it'll be a lot of fun. So let's get this thing disassembled.
Now the engine is
we're making
pretty much off.
Yeah, we just have to disconnect the throttle cable and the seat will pull out. Sweet, got the throttle disconnected, and easy as that, engine just pulls out. So we have our two bolts in here and it fits really well. So what we're gonna do is actually, instead of using the stock like bolt holes for the seat, we're just gonna cut this here and lower it about 1 inch, and then we'll just drill a couple holes in the back of the seat here and through here and just bolt it together like that. So we'll chop this and just lower it 1 inch. Alright guys, so we took 2 inches out of both sides. I mean, they don't perfectly line up, but it's good enough. You won't be able to tell after I weld it. So I'll weld this up and I will drill the holes for the seat. Alright, so all we did was just put a bolt right in there. We'll have to get something a little more like countersunk or flat from Home Depot, but this is actually like eye satin and like you can't really feel it, so it's alright. And 3 bolts, like 2 right here and 1 here, will be plenty sturdy. We welded in this pipe here so we can lengthen the steering. This pipe actually fits perfectly over this, so it'll help lengthen it and it'll also help us keep it straight. So now all we have to do is put this up on some sawhorses, and then we can just get all the rust off and it'll be ready for paint. Alright guys, so we need to bend this back to make the bar straight, so nothing a little bit of leverage can't fix. Let's see if we can do this.
Nope.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Let's see what it looks like. We got the wheels off, but like these are like welded to this or something like that, or it's just these. So we're probably just gonna paint all this together. But all we have to do now is get these back tires off, and then we just gotta like grind the rest of it. Yeah, the wheel bearings are pretty shot, but I mean we're just gonna grind it up, and hopefully it'll be all right. Alright, so brake band is coming off. We got both of these wheels off. I actually have all the wheels off now. So now all I need to do is just like take this brake linkage off, and I think we're just gonna spray it with the pedals on and stuff. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, and then just start cleaning it up and getting it ready for paint. I'm just getting rid of this thing. I don't really know what it was. If you know what this is for, write it down in the comments because it's kind of cool. Just wiped all this down with some mineral spirits. I mean, there's definitely like pitting and stuff in this, but I mean, a lot of the big rust spots are gone, even though it looks a little brown. But it'll be, like, I mean, it's smooth enough to paint, and it's gonna look good once I put a coat of paint on it. I mean, it's just the floorboard has a couple holes in it, and it's pretty pitted, but I mean, honestly, it's a go-kart, not a show car, so I'm okay with painting over this. I mean, maybe in the future I'll change it up, redo the floorboard, but for now it'll be okay, especially if it's being under the fiberglass body. This is mostly just to keep it strong. So let's get in the yard and get it painted. Alright guys, so I'd say this is looking pretty good. And you can definitely see the pitting, but it actually looks more like a texture. And I'm fine with it. But like all these bars came out really nice. Front looks really nice. And anyways, this is just the bottom, so I really just like shot a ton of paint down. Like I just used a whole can. Like whatever. I mean, no one's gonna ever see the bottom, so hopefully, unless it's flipped. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I'll let this dry and I'll flip it over and I'll do a couple solid coats on the other side. This is why it sucks to paint outside. I think it's pretty cool though. I don't know what it is. But, so that's just drying. And then we got a rim over here. Our first coat of gold on it. It's looking really good. I'm excited to see how this looks. Especially with it. I mean, it'll look okay with the black as like right now, as it, like when I bolted up for this part of the video. But once it has like with the red and like baby blue, it's gonna look really good. I'm also just painting up some just like random. Oh, it's never gonna focus on this stuff, but oh yeah. So we got like the pedals. I'm also painting the sprocket. I don't know how it's gonna hold up on there, but at least it won't be rust colored completely. So yeah, I'll get all the rest of these rims masked and painted up and be good to go. Alright, the other side is completely dry and stuff, and so I decided I'm going to use some truck bed liner to paint the floorboard here, because it'll do a way better job at like hiding imperfections and stuff, way better than gloss. So what I'll do is I'll just put some of this down, and I'm still going to paint the rest of these pipes with some gloss, but this will make it more like grippy, as well as it'll just make it look a little bit better. So alright, so the bed liner on the floorboard turned out pretty good. So now I'm just going to peel up this masking, and I'll do the gloss on everywhere that's not the floor. Alright, so time to do the important side of these rims. I'm gonna have to put a lot of coats on these because I was kind of lazy when it comes to like cleaning off the old paint and stuff, just because it's so hard to get in there. But they still look fine. Alright guys, so now it's time to just start reassembly. So, no better way to do that than to put our drive wheel on. Sick. It's looking good. Okay, so I just spent the last like 20 minutes like trying to separate the bead here, which wasn't very fun, but these tires are absolute. Look at this. There's just a chunk out of it. The good news is they're really good for drifting, so we're gonna keep these as burners, and the back tires on the 60s cart will make really good burners for now, but the front tires on this thing, Go Power Sport hooked us up with some brand new racing slicks and inner tubes. So all we gotta do is just put these rims on and bolt them up, put the inner tubes in and fill them with air, and it's gonna be sick.
We got one tire on, the other one's getting air and bearings, and then it'll go right on.
Sweet. We got the seat bolted up and it's looking really good. So now we're gonna toss the Predator on there. Oh yeah, looking really good. Let's get the chain on, we'll be good to go. Go Power Sports also sent us this really cool header kit. So all we have to do now is just mock it up and really figure out where to cut it, because you can cut it really wherever you want to make it fit with your application. I think it's gonna look good if we just cut it right here. Another cool thing about this is you can just like take the muffler off. It uses like a clamp, so you just slide it on, slide it off when you want to be loud. Alright guys, so Go Power Sports also sent us this really cool performance kit with the air filter and stuff. So with this header and air filter, it should look really good. So let's get it installed. Alright guys, so it's all installed. You know what, we'll probably angle this way and start it up so we can hear it. Sounds so sick. Okay, well, everything is all hooked up. Got our throttle hooked up to the pedal there. We have our brake hooked up. We've got our old back tires on, our new front tires on. Front tires are from Go Power Sports. We also have our header and performance kit on this, so this thing sounds really good. So now, let's just get to driving this thing and hopefully doing a lot of drifting.
stuff made this thing a beast. Get some donuts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, this thing is insane. Yo, watch this. Watch this. Oh. All right, that's a good way to end